Welcome all you steampunks and steam preps. It's time once again for the Cozy Quilt Cinema. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Beth. Every week, Michelle and I curl up on the couch, watch a movie, and then we tuck into the studio and unpack everything we feel, like Christian Slater in Pump Up the Volume. It's not a critical review, though usually we are critical. So grab that quilt your Gam Gam made you and get cozy because we're doing a rewatch. Are we going to be surprised by how it hits now? Or is it the same old rock and roll? So let's crank it, spank it, and smack it on the bing bong.
Oh my God.
You just messed up my take. That's okay. I did that for you. That's why I wanted to get it in.
So this week was not a good one. Wild Wild West, 1999, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, something like that.
Yeah, so Jim West is a gun-ablazing former Civil War hero. Artemus Gordon is an inventive U.S. Marshal who excels in disguise. When the United States is threatened by psychotic Confederate Arliss Lovelace, President Ulysses S. Grant teams the duo up to bring him to justice. On a hazard-packed train journey from Washington, D.C. to Utah, West and Gordon must combine their skills to best Lovelace and his diabolical machines. That's from Chris Turner and Jay Kyle from IMDb. It took two people to write that. Not trying to be critical.
What?
That's where I end.
Okay.
Just not trying to be critical.
Will Smith plays Captain James West.
Yeah, he was in Men in Black, Independence Day, and Ali.
I mean, we know pretty much Will Smith. If you don't know him, you might be like living under a rock. I think for me, I put Shark Tales because I wanted to go with one that I actually enjoyed him in. I don't care for Will Smith so much as an actor as much as I maybe did when I was younger. And then I also wrote that he was in a Billy Ocean music video.
I could not place that.
No, I've never heard of it. It's I Sleep Much Better in Someone Else's Bed is the name of the song.
Yeah, don't know that I could place that at all.
Yeah, so we have a weird thing about Billy Ocean here in our family. Just basically just me and Beth who have this weird thing about Billy Ocean. Then we have Kevin Kline, who plays Artemus Gordon / President Grant.
Yeah, he was in A Fish Called Wanda, The Big Chill, and In and Out, which we did on this very podcast.
And we will do A Fish Called Wanda. We promise.
Oh, yeah, and The Big Chill. I mean, those are bound to come up.
I mean, we love Kevin Kline. Just not in here.
I don't love him as much as Phoebe loves him.
No, well, you know.
Well, I love him close to what Phoebe loves him.
Yes. And of course, you know, he was in Road to El Dorado, which is my favorite, one of my favorite movies. And he was Tullio.
Which will lead you to
Kenneth Branagh, who was also in Road to El Dorado. He played in this movie Dr. Arliss Lovelace. And in Road to El Dorado, he played Miguel. But I'm going to let you pick your movies because I have a very favorite movie of mine that is Kenneth Branagh.
Well, Murder on the Orient Express was one of them. Hamlet and Henry V. Or Henry V, as they call it.
Henry V.
On the streets.
Well, yeah. I loved him in a movie that he played in.
I'm Henry V, I am. Henry V, I am.
Okay. He was in a movie with his wife, Emma Thompson, and it was called Dead
Wait a minute,
Again.
Kenneth Branagh's married to Emma Thompson?
He was. He's no longer. They broke up years ago.
Oh.
But they were married for a very long time.
That's still stunning.
I think they broke up shortly before they did Much Ado. But they may have.
So they did Much Ado?
They were.
Kind of seems like
and
they
it's funny
didn't
because they were the main, like the main one couple in Much Ado.
They much didn't do.
That was the one that Keanu Reeves was in, and I questioned the choices then, but he's had to mature. I think he could do Shakespeare now.
Who, Loveless?
Yes, Dr. Arliss Lovelace and that god-awful Southern accent. Still better than Alan Rickman's.
Honestly, I thought that was his actual accent.
Yes. But have you ever seen Dead Again?
Dead Again.
So, Dead Again is this woman, it's been a while since I've seen it, y'all. So, she is seeing a therapist, and she keeps talking about these memories she's having of this past life. And I think she's got amnesia, so she really is trying to pick up pieces of her life now. And I think that's why she goes, is to start to remember her current life. And she starts to remember a past life. And I don't want to give it away because it's such a really good movie. If you get a chance to watch it, there's scissors. There's a lot of symbolism of scissors in the whole movie. Just the past storyline overlapping with the modern storyline. Oh, it's such a good movie. I thought it was. Probably sucks ass, but I loved it then.
Okay.
But yeah, Dead Again. So yeah, then we have Salma Hayek, who plays Rita Escobar. She played Serendipity in Dogma. That was like my only thing.
Pretty much the same exact dance and everything.
I know.
She gets positioned for the same thing over and over. Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm. Dogma.
Dogma. We're talking about, in this movie, she's a dancer in each one. She does the same dance.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like they have a thing they know they want her to do, and they go, we're just hiring you for this.
We need you to be a dancer who actually has a heart of gold. So you're not really a hooker with a heart of gold. You're a dancer with a heart of gold. And you're going to end up being an assistant to the assistant that helps the hero.
Yeah. So she was not only, I mentioned Dusk Till Dawn, or From Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm. George Clooney.
She was also in Desperado,
mm-hmm.
which I really liked. It's probably a bad movie, but I liked it back then. And she was in Frida.
She was in Frida.
Which is an excellent movie.
And she did an amazing job playing Frida.
Sure. Absolutely.
And I put in Emmett Walsh as Coleman, just because you see him in everything. I didn't even pick a movie for him, because he is in everything. He's that old man that you saw in all the movies.
Yeah, he is. Hold on.
I feel like we had him in a movie.
We did. We had him in
While You Were Sleeping, right?
No. He was in the. Damn it. I know I'm not going to remember it now. It was one we just did recently. Yes, I am cycling through IMDb.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm trying to remember.
I could go back in my notes really quick.
You probably could, but why do that when I can do this?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Well, he was in Fletch, but that doesn't help because, we didn't do that one.
We didn't do Fletch yet.
So I know it was in the 80s. Maybe in the 90s, because we don't seem to get out of there.
No, we do tend to circle through that.
They may not have him as on the show, because I believe it was like a small part.
Well, he's not in Knives Out.
Oh, this is ridiculous. What was he in that we did?
I know, because we just did it. That's why I was like, I was going to find it, but then I was like, I couldn't, and I gave up.
Was it Knives Out?
No. I didn't see him in Knives Out. Well, I've already gone back to Trading Places.
Okay, well, he was in something. We're not going to win this one today.
No, so we'll look for it and
we'll mention it if we remember it, but it's likely we will not remember it.
Yeah.
So I want to mention the director, who is Barry Sonnenfeld, or Sonenfeld.
Yeah, Sonnenfeld, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Whatever. But he directed, and this matters, Men in Black.
Yes, he did.
And the reason why it matters is because he does the same tiny gun shtick in both Men in Black and Wild Wild West. For some reason, he enjoys giving
Will Smith
a tiny gun. I think it's a penis thing.
I think it is. I think
I don't know.
But what I found was interesting is that he was also responsible for both.
I mean, he didn't write it, but yeah.
No, but he was the executive director for and the director, because he was the director for one and the executive director for another. The Tick. In the original, he did 9 episodes, and in the new one, he did 22.
Yeah.
And he did both of the Series of Unfortunate Events.
Okay.
Sorry, I wrote the initials down, and I knew when I wrote SOUE, I was going to not know what it was.
And you didn't know
And
what
I
it
didn't know
was.
what it was.
So he also did The Addams Family
Mm-hmm.
and Get Shorty.
And he did the movie, one of the 2 movies that our youngest played on a loop for the longest time. That's not Bye Bye Birdie. Enchanted.
Oh, I was going to pick that.
Oh, she
it wasn't
did.
Zootopia. What's
No,
the
it was
other?
Madagascar. Madagascar 2.
Yeah.
It was only Madagascar 2.
Not even the first one. Oh, wait. So I don't know how the first Madagascar went.
That's how they
I
got
only
to
knew
Africa.
the second one.
It was how they got to Africa.
I only knew the second one.
It was them escaping New
I didn't
York.
realize that was the second one.
Yes, and she would play these 3 movies on a loop, so I know them inside and out.
Well, that sucks, because now I don't know how Madagascar started.
Now I got to make her go watch Madagascar 1, 2, and then we can both watch 3, because I don't think I've seen 3 yet.
That seems horrifying.
The second one is actually funny. It is funny.
Well, we did watch 2 a lot, so
I mean, it's freaking funny.
I think it becomes funnier the more you watch it.
I mean, he's like, rare. Yeah. And it's got the great song in it. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky.
So the Wild Wild West is trying to do something that it kind of fails at in some ways. I'll explain myself
Be good.
Here in a minute.
You said it fails at something. It's trying to be good.
I don't think that's it, because actually I didn't hate it this time watching it. But let's talk about first, how did you feel when you first watched it?
Okay, I was excited about seeing this movie because, again, I was just coming off of the Men in Black high. I love Men in Black.
There was a Men in Black high?
Oh, no, I was digging it. Like, I was watching the cartoon and everything. I loved...
There was a cartoon?
There was a cartoon, and I loved it. And
you might be in the zeitgeist more than I am.
I loved the first movie, and I liked the second movie a lot. No, I don't think I've seen the third one. But so the thing with Men in Black is, with me coming into Wild Wild West from Men in Black was, I was living on the high of Will Smith's career, and I love
Kevin. And him both.
Woohoo! And I love Kevin Kline, and I love steampunk. I saw the ads for this, and I was just like, oh shit, this is looking good, because they really made it look good. But what I didn't know was that was the highlight of the movie. What was in the trailers.
You got TikTok Shanghaied.
Back in the 1999, which is impressive.
Yeah, no, man, they show you the best clip.
Yep.
And then you think, well, this is going to be good. And then you watch it and you're like, this is nothing like it.
No.
TikTok did this to me on a teacher kind of TV show in which the child is really funny and dogging the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher just is frustrated all the time and can't get a win on this kid. That show is nothing like that. Those clips are so few and far between as to not matter in the context. And I think that's what happened to you. You got a bait and switch.
Yes. And yes, the steampunk from 1999, and how, I'm not saying it was new, because steampunk had been around for a very long time, but for the general populace to be exposed to it, it was relatively not. We were not exposed to it. So it was kind of like my first foray into steampunk. And I dug it. I love the dresses. I do love the costumes. I love the idea of this movie. It's just lacking in the comedy that it promises, I feel.
Yeah.
And I knew nothing about the TV show. I knew of the TV show, but not enough to make any type of comparison.
Well, I watched the TV show pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan. This movie is not that TV show. There are similarities. There are names that coincide. That is about it. I mean, this thing is much campier. It is exaggerated camp, which makes it It doesn't go far enough into camp to make it to that sweet spot of camp.
Yes. And
But how did you feel about the
the
movie?
movie, I mean, it was entertaining. I knew it wasn't great, but if it came on, I would leave it on. Like if it came on cable, I would leave it on.
So the emotion you had
My emotion was indifference.
okay.
I liked I liked the big steampunk spider, and then I just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I lost flavor for the whole movie in general because of how it really didn't live up to what I was hoping it to be. So I was indifferent. So I really didn't have any feelings towards it.
Okay. For me, I was highly disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple. Because I was a fan of the show,
Mm-hmm.
the TV series, I expected like almost a retelling using Will Smith and Kevin Kline to recapture that.
Yeah.
To even maybe make it into a series, but maybe not a TV series, but have a franchise.
Yeah.
And I expected that to be the thing, but it was almost like they just didn't care about that. And it kind of
Yeah.
was upsetting because I really did like the TV show. And if you're going to borrow nostalgia to push your show or to
Mm-hmm.
push your movie, it should capture that in some real way, other than just the trappings of Wild West mechanical stuff. Because everything else you did is a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the way I felt then. So let's talk about, because we're going to be criticizing this film.
Oh yeah.
I can feel that because you keep slipping into it every time we talk about feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so it must be weighing very heavily on
I mean, it's
what you're wanting to say, but I believe that there are other things to this other than just is it good or is it bad?
No, there. If I remove the fact that I'm expecting it to be a comedy, dramas can have light moments, and that's what this has. If this was like not a drama, but like, like you were saying, a retelling of the TV show, if it was gonna stick to that formula instead of going off into this weird odd couple land, it bordering on the camp, like you said, it's the movie that wouldn't commit.
In a real way, that's true. Well, let's talk about the emotions behind the people in the movie.
Okay, so I wrote James West arrogant.
Well, yeah, that's his primary function, is to be arrogant.
I think it would be better if West and Gordon butt heads more. So it was more of the odd couple, because that's what they're presenting here. We got the shoot 'em up, bang bang, I'm gonna kick your ass, badass, which is James West, and then we have the intelligent. I'm the science guy. I'm gonna build the robots and all sorts of crazy stuff, but I'm the nerd. And you've got that dynamic of the jock and the nerd kind of, but they clash, but they don't clash enough.
I actually am going to say it's the other way. See, James has some deeper sides that they don't really go into in the film because this is written as a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But he has trauma. He has,
Oh yeah,
he has generational trauma, and it is mentioned, but he doesn't delve into it. It's used as a device, which
Mm-hmm.
we'll get into later. And his whole thing is, yes, he's got bravado. He is very arrogant, but he's also got ability. And the thing that made the TV show very good isn't that they butted heads. It's the fact that they had mutual respect for each other, and they used those different skills
Mm-hmm.
to help each other through it.
I mean, and these two do eventually.
No, they really don't.
I
They
mean,
still just kind of
that's true.
everything in this film is an arbitrary attempt at something.
Mm-hmm.
It is not there's no, like you said, there's not a full committal to anything.
No.
There's not a full committal to the designs of things. There's not a full committal to the stunts. There's not a full committal to the directing of it. There's not a full committal to anything. And you feel that because, and I know this is being very critical, but the emotion side of this is James West is traumatized, but also prideful.
Mm-hmm.
And Artemis is
kind of a sheltered, privileged white boy.
Yeah, he's sheltered. He's highly intelligent, and he obviously uses that to great effect. But also, he doesn't get his hands dirty.
No, he does not. And like you were saying with West, he has the slavery background, and that has been and it is a device as his motivation to do what he does, but it does exist. So there is that dark side, that dark emotion in him that he's trying to deal with. So there is that trauma.
If they played it
instead
of just
being
using it as a moment,
and it's a plot point is all it is.
Right.
It's Mrs. Weasley running down the side of the Hogwarts Express carrying scabbards going, Ron, here's your plot point. It's pretty much what it is.
Well, even Dr. Lovelace is just, these are all snapshots. So this movie is a tourist.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't fully commit. It doesn't live there.
Nope.
Every character in here is a tourist as well. They are there to come in and cosplay and then to walk away. As much as I love the actors, and I don't mind Will Smith, I think he would have done an excellent job if they had taken this seriously enough to write the characters for these people and actually do a good job with this instead of just doing it and it's all okay at the end of the day because there's a paycheck.
Yeah.
That's how I feel it happened. I would have loved to have Will Smith as James West. That would have been awesome. I was looking forward to it because I was like, oh, that's a new take.
Mm-hmm. Especially for 1999. That was a big-ass take.
But it gives that character that I knew from the TV show a lot more depth and a lot more reason to want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it's just a lot of smart-ass comments. And it's like, that's great, but use it to carry forward the trauma.
And I don't dislike Will Smith as an actor. I just don't usually like the movies he's in.
I like a lot of stupid movies he's. I liked. Was it Hitchcock?
Hitchcock. Okay, I'll give you that one. It was
a stupid movie, but I liked it.
But there's so many of his movies that I don't like. I like in Independence Day. Yes, I'll give him that because
I like that one too.
But there's a lot of his movies where it's not that they're bad movies. They just don't interest me to care enough to watch them.
I mean, maybe that's true, but this isn't. I'm not really trying to go off of what he's done in the past.
Yeah, no, I just don't want you people think I hate Will Smith. No, I think he's a good actor. I really do think he genuinely has the chops. I think if he's given the opportunity to play, and I know he has played amazing roles, James West could have been up there.
Here's the thing I would have liked to see, because we have Rita Escobar in here, who is just there for no real reason. That character's just there for no real reason. Suddenly, they both care about having sex with her.
Yeah.
They didn't before. Suddenly, they do, and then they don't again.
Mm-hmm.
Rita could have been, if she had been the scientist and was misleading them because her father or her husband, either one, wasn't actually the scientist. You know the way they did in real history?
Yes.
Where the woman did all the work and the man took credit for it?
Ida Lovelace, yes.
That would have been a perfect foil right there to have Rita be the actual scientist. And she helps them figure this all out and she becomes part of the team.
Or, and even like I said, she was pretending that her husband was her father, and keep that part of the ruse going. Because if they believe that her husband is the scientist and then they find out that he's not, then she's going to fear for his life when they find out the truth.
Sure.
if she was the actual scientist.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I mean, that would be interesting.
She could have been part of the team to not just get him back, but to end this whole thing.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, her scientific mind is what helped figure this out for the giant fucking spider that he couldn't use in Superman with Nicolas fucking Cage. Okay? That's another thing. If you're going to repurpose something, I don't know, maybe make it interesting. But saying, I want a giant spider,
Yeah.
and then shoving a giant spider in, it just makes a giant spider in a movie. It doesn't really do anything for me. The characters themselves could have been more interesting.
Oh, definitely.
And I am just going on a rant here, and I didn't want to, but Rita Escobar, there's nothing there.
No.
She's just a distraction. That's all she is. There's no other reason to have her. They are distracted by her for a little bit, not even enough to really matter.
No, and it's even more like disturbing. Like, I know she's trying to get them to help her, but like...
But it's incidental. They're not actually trying to help her.
No.
They're trying to get the save the president. The scientist they forget the scientist is even part of this.
Exactly.
They accidentally save him.
Mm-hmm.
They totally didn't mean to.
But I mean, so, you know, I know that she's telling them it's her father, but she knows it's her husband, and she's still playing them. And I know, again, she's trying to get their attention, but the assless pajamas, unnecessary.
No,
other than to get ass jokes.
I mean, she's got a great butt.
Yeah, but that was just to make ass jokes.
Why are you I mean, that doesn't make any... It's to entice the two men to suddenly start being rivals for her. And that lasted all of two...
They got bored.
It's what I'm saying. Nothing is committed in this film.
Nope.
Their rivalry isn't committed. They're not committed as partners. It'd be a buddy cop movie if you actually felt that they were buddies or cops.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I mean, like, I was thinking they needed to fight more, but you're right. They needed to actually, like, work together.
I mean, if you're going to fight, have a real fight, duke it out, and then you have a mutual respect and you move on from there and don't do it again.
Yeah, because that shit that was pulled
Because
on the train
constant.
did nothing. You know, that was nothing. There were moments of funny, but I don't feel like there was funny enough.
I mean, West had more... The character West had more in common with the villain that he did with his partner.
Mm-hmm.
At least they had a shared past. So him and Loveless, they had a relationship.
Mm-hmm. They had a past. Yeah, they had a history.
At least they had something there. It was rooted in the worst things, war, racial violence, all that, but at least there was something there. And he killed his parents.
Yep.
Kind of as a device.
They took my hand. No.
But Rita, with Gordon or West, had no reason to be there other than we need someone who is pretty. And yes, she's pretty. Mm-hmm. But, you know, she's a good actress, too, if you just give her a fucking chance to act.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe she was like, oh, this is fine. I'm getting a paycheck out of this and I can move on and do my other projects. Mm-hmm. She's doing just fine.
Oh, yeah, no, she's fine.
But it would have been nice to have something more. She could have had a real impact on it. This would have felt like a buddy movie, like a buddy cop movie, where the three of them, they could have had a whole franchise on this.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Take out the fucking giant spider. I'm going to tell you right now, I did like this movie on this viewing. I didn't mind it. I was laughing at certain points. My criticism is out of a place of love.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because I think that it could have been so much better than it was. And I really think this needs to be redone. And redone with some, I don't know, gravitas to it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be serious. It can be funny.
Well, again, some of the best dramas have a bit of light moments.
Sure, levity's always good.
Because when you're uncomfortable and you've got a lot of heavy feelings, you break. It's a natural response. When you, again, back to my theater days, you learn really early on that if you can't make a sad scene believable, you're going to get your audience is either going to not believe you, obviously, or they're going to laugh at you. Because when there's a scene like that, people have that reaction of uncomfortable laughter. You have to, have that little bit of levity so that you have those moments of those uncomfortable laughter moments that would make sense in a drama.
Yeah, but this thing was hitting on just the absurd for its moments of levity, which is like the RCA dog. First of all, even in 1999, that was fucking dated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it and you know it because we're Gen X and we're old as fuck.
And we know what the RCA dog is.
But in 1999, no kid knew what the fuck that was.
No.
So when Bloodbath McGrath is dying on the giant spider, or was it in the giant spider? Maybe it was in the train or something.
I think it was in the train.
It hardly matters. He was laying there dying, and one of the voiceless guys who is backing Loveless, one of the countries, had a small white dog that ran over and sat there by the earpiece that looks like a phonograph horn, and it did the RCA dog head cocking thing, listening to its master's voice. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to Google it. It's RCA dog. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that they had to go back and re-edit with this movie.
Oh, did they?
So they had to add...
This is not just a one and done. They actually tried to fix it.
They tried to fix it. So after the test audiences, one of my clues last week was they literally had to go back and add comedy. And I don't think they added enough.
I get that.
And they also added those characters that James is fighting underneath, where they're all upstairs on the spider, and then he's underneath and he's fighting the guy with the pin through his head and the blade hands. It's not even Edward Scissorhands. It's just hands of blades. You
cannot eat. You can't wipe your butt. Yeah. I mean, no wonder he's cross.
I mean, yeah. And they had to add those because otherwise it would have been weird that they were just fighting Loveless's ladies, his beauties, as they called it. They thought that was weird, so they added those men so that way they had more than just...
Misogyny wins again.
So that it wasn't like in Austin Powers with the fembots and the rifle titties. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that would have been more interesting.
That would have been more realistic, the fembots. I kind of miss the fembots.
But I'm really struggling not to come up with things to talk about, but things not to go off on, because again, this is not a bad movie. I did enjoy it. I think it had plenty of moments. I think that Will Smith had the style to be James West.
Oh, hell yes.
He definitely had the moves down. He was smooth about things. I think if they let him lean into that, and this be more what Wild Wild West was, the TV series, I think they would have had a really good movie on their hands. But they 90'd it up. They 90'd the shit out of this film.
Okay, so I'm gonna complain about.
They early 90'd it.
Except it was 99, so.
I know, they early 90'd it.
So I am gonna complain about something.
No, really?
As a longtime viewer of RuPaul's Drag Race and years of them bringing on straight men to quote unquote dragify when they do their drag families and what the fuck were they doing? I mean, I know they were not supposed to be like women, like passing as women, but they could have been better.
They were trying to pass as women in the movie.
Well, in the movie they were, but I mean...
They were supposed to, but you had to take out all reason because they weren't even trying
even trying in the least.
They weren't trying to pass at all.
How did any of those idiot men fall for it?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is it's so comical, it's bad.
Yeah, I think that's
it didn't go into it's so campy, it's funny.
I think it would have been better if they were better drag queens.
Well, they didn't they didn't commit.
Yeah.
Again,
If
it's
they'd
another
cinch those
instance.
hog bodies, cinch those hog
But it's
bodies.
another instance of not committing to the character, not committing to the bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't commit to it, if all you're doing is, well, I'm going to dress this way. Notice that when they did the song and dance thing, they kept cutting away. They kept doing wide shots.
Mm-hmm.
This was not about performance. This was about getting through a moment. They just wanted to get through it and get to the next scene.
Yeah.
And it's nothing on Kline or on Will Smith or anybody else, but I think that this is written not the greatest.
No.
But I think it was also interpreted incorrectly. I don't know.
So
I'm not happy about some of the stuff.
no.
And I'm saying I like the movie on the second watch, and yet I'm still like trying to tear it apart.
Well, I mean, I do that even when movies I love.
Yeah, but I don't love this movie. I just liked it. And, you know, I have more commitment to tearing it apart than they did acting in it.
I mean, that's true.
Or at least that's the way it seems, and I could be completely wrong.
So the little bits of trivia that I picked up was Will Smith's mom said, "You've done better, baby," after she saw this movie. Robert Conrad, who played the original Sheriff James West in the TV show, he was asked to play a part in the movie, but he after reading the script, he went, "Yeah, fuck no."
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is where I have to give Robert Conrad the little nod on the head here. The movie was nominated for 5 Razzies and won 3 of them. And Conrad actually he went up and received the awards during the award ceremony and then hand delivered them to the recipients.
Nice.
I did not look up which ones they won, but that was to me, yes.
Well, I mean, it was $150 million film.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, even at the time, a bad movie. I mean, I don't even know what the score was on IMDb. It was a 4.5 out of 10 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, and so I think it got 50 million in the box office. It didn't even break even, I don't think.
Did it?
Well, there was a joke that people were saying online, and apparently this was a joke that was going around. Like, people were really, like Will Smith, and Kevin Kline were kind of disappointed that it didn't make a lot of money in the box office, but they were joking about how the money it did make was because kids were buying tickets to Wild Wild West and then sneaking into South Park movie and American Pie.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would do. That's a good idea. Good kids.
Good kids is smart.
So yeah, they spent $150 million and then did not commit to the bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's just like they're always holding back. And these are good actors.
Oh, yeah.
There's no reason why they would have been holding back, except I think they just, I don't know, man.
I mean, you have to look at the directing to a certain degree, because
Sure.
actors, they will take liberties with characters, but they can only go so far as the director will let them go.
Yeah, I'm not blaming any.
No,
I'm
I
not
know.
blaming any one person or one section
Yeah.
of this. The directors, the actors, the writers, they all have to come together on this.
Yeah.
And I mean, even the camp itself just didn't work. It always faltered and didn't commit to the camp.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do camp, you have to go balls to the wall to make that camp work.
You have to believe it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck was the... It was like, that was the dance?
Again, it was not the... They did not commit to the bit.
I know, and it was...
Will Smith was so busy trying to be manly that he couldn't commit to the bit.
Will Smith shaking his ass on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was more drag than what he did to the lap dance that he gave.
Yeah, I get that.
Kenneth
And
Branagh.
that's why it's disappointing. Is like, why would you not commit to this? All of this was good stuff. Not all of it was written well.
No.
It was definitely one-sided on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the person that got the most airtime was Loveless, doing a lot of talk about racist shit.
Oh, shit, yeah. And the
or
fact that he had an army of women that were all specialized in. I mean, one's name was Lip Reader, like Frau Lippenreader or something like that. It was like so
it was very
Munitia.
it
I
was
mean, she was the shooter.
it was all very trying to be camp, like the same camp that got Michael Myers.
Oh, Austin Powers. Yeah.
Austin Powers, yes.
Yeah, because he committed to it. It's supposed to be, camp is supposed to be outrageous. When you have fat bastard walking around going, get in my belly. I mean, that is stupid. But
Yes,
it's fucking.
But it's camp. It's so camp. There's no way out of it.
Exactly.
And you don't try to get out of it. But in this, they weren't trying for just camp. They kept trying for action.
Mm-hmm.
Action oriented without the camp.
I mean,
and you can't do that and not. You need camp everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And when you have an Austin Powers character, he's a pig. He's living in a time warp because he's still living in that 60s. I'm, a sex man, a sex man doing the sexing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eurovision popped into my head here. He's got this portrayal of being a little man whore, and then you have him. He mellows. He the Elizabeth Hurley character. She kind of shows him love, and he he's seeing.
He adapts to the time. Yeah.
But he slippery slides right back into it whenever he needs to.
Sure.
Because that's the camp. And also Mike Myers is pretty fucking amazing, and I love Mike Myers. And I wouldn't mind doing Austin Powers just because of Mike Myers, even though it's also
very problematic. But a lot of this is just not. It's not funny enough to be camp.
No.
It's not cringe enough to be camp.
I want it to be, though. God, I want it to be.
It fails because it does not commit.
Mm-hmm.
And the giant spider, the singular bad guy, he kills his own troops.
Mm-hmm.
In order to test his gun because he's that dastardly. But what it does is it eliminates any need to have any action with groups of people. And you can just have this individual staged action with one-on-one people.
Yeah.
And you feel that. It's telegraphed through the action. You're like, oh, well, I guess there's just going to be these individual stages where they're going to show up and they're going to fight on each stage.
Yeah.
You feel the set everywhere you go.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to dislike it.
I don't dislike it. That's the problem. That's why I have strong feelings about it. Otherwise, if I didn't think there was a lot of potential, I wouldn't be upset at all. I'd be like, this is a crap movie and move on with my day. This would be a even shorter episode. This isn't going to be a long one.
No.
Because we don't have a lot of material to go off of here.
No, because there's just not a lot of plot. There's just not a lot of story. And
well,
then
there
there's
isn't
even
really
less...
a plot. It's bad guy, good guys. Bad guys are bad. Good guys are good.
But
and
it's
that's really
again,
where it ends.
But there's even less back. We can't really, other than that little bit with Will Smith, we really can't even look at the characters and say, this is what I'm seeing, and this is their motivation, and this is the person's trauma, and we know what the trauma is. It's there. And again, it's a plot fucking device. It's not really used.
You have no idea why Artemis is there, other than he's white and he can he invents things, so therefore he's a federal agent of some kind.
The one scene I found, there are a couple moments where I did find it funny. But the scene in the White House when Grant walks in and all of a sudden he's taking off his Grant mask and he pops the belly. Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Because it was nonchalant. It was incidental.
It was very.
But they didn't play it as this huge moment. It was just really quick and done. And that was a Kevin Kline bit.
Yeah, you know that Kevin did that.
You could feel that. That's his energy. And that matched his energy. Mm-hmm. If they'd done that with everybody else, if they'd matched that energy with everybody else's energy, it would have been great. Because Will Smith could have done it. He would have been a great James West. But either he or the writers did not commit to each other.
No.
And make this work. They just didn't do it. They just kept faltering. I don't think the writers knew how to write for Will Smith.
It was like the writers were put in a room and basically given like a summary of the TV show Wild Wild West, but not actually afforded a television to watch it.
Well, I think they did I liked
the intro is good.
I like the train.
Mm-hmm, well, I like the train, but I like train, so.
Yeah, but I like the train because the train had a lot of details that were in the TV show. But all this shit doesn't matter if you don't actually care about the movie itself. You can have all the props from the original that you want, or at least replicate them, and have them in exacting detail. But it won't mean shit if you have a giant fucking spider and it's dragging all the attention away.
And it does. I mean,
I don't want to keep saying giant fucking spider, but
it's a giant fucking spider.
He's the one that put a giant fucking spider in there. If you don't want anybody to say
it's a giant fucking spider movie,
yeah, then stop putting giant fucking spiders in things. It actually would have made more sense for Nicolas Cage and Superman to fight a giant fucking spider out of nowhere than to have a mechanical fucking spider in Wild Wild West and make this a steampunk thing.
Which steam is not gray or black, folks. And this was like a grayish smoke coming out of it.
No, it wasn't steampunk.
So it wasn't even steampunk, because steampunk is literally steam.
Yeah, it was coal punk.
Steam powered.
Yeah, there were no water reservoirs in anything that we saw.
And I mean, they were trying to go for steampunk, but it's like almost like, again, someone told them what they think steampunk might have been, but didn't explain that steam was actually involved.
Gears.
They
had gears. They had mechanics. They said
there's a song about that. Yeah, putting copper gears on something doesn't make it steampunk, and there's a song about that.
Which is really upsetting because I detailed my car with a lot of copper gears, and people kept saying that's not steampunk. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me?
Damn it!
I got to take all this off. So I painted them gray, and now it's urban decay aesthetics. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm doing just fine.
I'm gonna glue some copper gears to my SUV
to make it steampunk. It actually has more of a chance of being steampunk than that fucking giant spider. It's the name of the episode, Giant Fucking Spider. So I'm gonna put it on there.
The toy gun I bought for the convention we did, that was a steampunk themed convention. And I took a toy gun and put a bead on the end of it to make it like a modern, like a ray gun / steampunk thingy.
Sure. It
was more steampunk than goddamn.
It's true, but it did look steampunky. You did a good job
cool.
on that.
That was a cool costume. I had the top hat and everything. Because again, gears and top hats make steampunk. I wear glasses, so I put goggles on my top hat to make it even more steampunk. Because that really... Wasn't that what they did with... Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine with the steampunk. You look like every heroine in every steampunk novel. Just put and she's already dressed in the leather, and they just put goggles on her head.
Yeah,
welding goggles. So, how do you feel about it now?
I like the movie. I don't think it goes far enough to make me love the movie. I like the movie as a concept. I like the actors who are in it. I wish they'd been written for and better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the movie should have been written better to contain, I don't know, some real moments and not just one moment for effect and then move on. I think this could have been a great movie, and it just fell really flat on its face under a giant fucking spider.
If you had asked me in the beginning of our episode how I felt about it now,
I think you told us at the start.
Yes, indifference. But I get what you're saying, and I do agree. It has the potential to be a good movie, and that's what's disappointing.
We're not mad.
We're not mad. We're disappointed. You made me sad. In my heart, you made me sad.
Such a Cozy Quilt thing to say. We're not mad. We're just disappointed in you.
That's what I say to my students.
I don't know who the writers are. I'm going to look them up, and I'm going to send them an email and let them know that I'm not mad.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just
disappointed
and sad.
And if I find you, I'm going to beat you. No, I mean, seriously, I'm just disappointed. I'm sure you did fine work.
Because that's what I always say to my students. Are you mad at me? No, baby, I'm not mad at you. But Miss Michelle's sad, and I'm a little disappointed because you know how to behave. You know how to write a story, right? You know how to act. You know how to put this together and make it awesome. We need you to work at that level, not at the level that you're at right now, because Miss Michelle doesn't want to be sad.
Wow, there is a fine line between teaching toddlers and condescension.
Well, they're not toddlers. They are preschoolers. Thank you very
Sorry.
much.
To me, to a 55-year-old woman,
They're babies.
They're toddlers.
They're all babies. But no, that's how we talk. I mean, no, we don't talk down to them like that, but sometimes you have to get stern and you have to say, listen, I know you can work here. You're showing me this.
They should have hired you for this movie so you could tell them.
Oh, I would have been like, that's when my truck driver mouth comes out, and I'm like, fuck you and your fucking giant spider, because I won't use my preschool teacher voice on them.
I thought you were going to get the shoe out.
No, I'm not allowed to hit people with shoes.
I mean, you can on the set.
Now, when I worked with high schoolers, I would threaten to throw a shoe at them. I never would. Who wants to unlace their shoe?
That's why you wear slip-ons.
That's why I used to keep a rubber ball, and I would like bounce it on their desk. They'll make me throw this ball at you, and they always thought it was funny. And now it's time for the stitch count. So let's start with the Castellini test.
Okay, there have to be at least 2 named women characters with at least 5 lines of dialogue each.
Yeah, that's not easy. Okay. There's Rita. I mean, there's other women who are named, but they have no lines.
No, that's not true. Bailing.
Bailing. Okay, yes. Miss West. Sorry, Miss East. So I forgot about her character, honestly, because she's only in the beginning, kind of.
Okay.
And so I did forget about her. But
she does have a couple of lines. I think she has 5 lines.
She does have 5 lines.
She is named.
Yep.
Boy, we're grasping here.
I know.
But that's okay.
Miss East and Rita Escobar.
Sure. Those characters must have a conversation, not necessarily with the other woman, either not about their partner or with their partner, future or current, and not about their relationship.
Yeah. I mean, they hook up. Well, East hooks up with West.
Not really.
Not really.
Tries to.
She tries to.
Does a little fighting.
But mostly,
Sexy fighting.
Sexy fighting. But they don't talk about a relationship. They just do sexy fighting. And when she does tell him to meet her in the foyer.
Yeah, and Rita does not talk about a relationship with them. So technically.
Other than bearing her ass.
So technically this passes as well.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but hold your giant fucking spider for a minute.
Yes.
At least one of the women has to be integral to the plot, meaning that if she were written out of the film, it could not reach the same ending.
I'm sorry, Selma and Bailing.
Yep, it fails. There is no woman in this that if you took her out could not just get the same damn ending.
Yep.
In fact, I posit that you could just take the entire cast out and you would have the same ending.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because the same ending is the president survives.
Yeah.
Nothing changed.
And
it's an Indiana Jones moment here where...
And it's Ulysses S. Grant, so...
If you never did the thing, nothing would have changed.
If Woody had gone to the police. Yeah. So 0 points for the Castellini.
That is true. So let's look at inclusivity and gaze. Not the gaze.
Not the gaze, but gaze. Gaze.
That's right. We need a better word.
I know. The gaze.
So racial diversity with agency, not just background.
Yes. There is racial diversity. I will give it that much. There is racial diversity. There is, James West. He's a black man, portrayed, who was originally played by a white man. Bailing. Rita Escobar.
Asian person. We have a Norwegian person, which I think is just white.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, yeah.
We have a German.
Pretty much white.
The Germans.
German.
I do that at work all the time. I work with Germans. It's fun.
Lippen Riedenheimer, or whatever her name is. It's just so stupid and bullshit is what it is. But yes.
She should have been Lipson.
Yeah.
Lipson reader. Yeah.
I mean, I read it and then I went, I never want to know that in my head again. So
knowing information about you makes me hate you more.
So weirdly, that it is a very diverse cast.
Sure.
And they're not just token characters.
I mean, kind of, but they're not just background.
Yeah, so it gets a point for that.
Number 2, LGBTQ presence that isn't a punchline or tragedy. Absolutely not.
No. I mean, the two guys dressed in drag, but that does not make LGBTQ plus blah, blah, blah. Yes. Too many letters for me to try to remember.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been a day.
It's only in our community, but okay.
I know. I'm just being...
It's a punchline for the few times they use drag.
Yeah, that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so really, it's not...
nothing on that one. So 0.
Yes, so 0.
Age, body type, or disability treated with dignity. You can forget that.
No, because, I mean, the bad guy has no body from the hips down, above the hips down, and they make nothing but...
It's jokes.
Disability jokes
to
him.
It's all a punchline.
And when the guys are dressed in drag, namely when Artemis is dressed in drag, they make comments about body type and how large he is, and then like later on when Will Smith thinks that one woman is Kevin Kline in drag, even though it's not, it's actually just another woman who happens to have similar body type. He makes comments to the woman. So,
sure.
Yeah, no, it does not pass on that.
Well, another thing, too, is notice that everyone who has a physical disability is the bad guy.
Everyone. Yeah, because the one dude has the freaking RCA horn coming out of his ear.
RCA horn. Yes, indeed. The phonograph horn.
The phonograph horn coming out of his ear.
The tiny phonograph horn. So, yeah, no, it's not treated with dignity. So that's a 0.
Yeah.
Camera gaze.
It's bad.
Yeah, not relentlessly sexualized or punitive. It definitely is.
Constantly sexualized and punitive. Again.
Absolutely.
Not even just the ass cut out on the back of her nightgown. It's the bad guys, all the beauties are all dressed.
The Will Smith crotch shots and
though him climbing up that trellis without a shirt on, but she's got the bolo jacket on, was actually kind of a nice little view. So it was a nice female gaze.
But yeah, it's going to be a 0.
Yeah.
So we have
1 point.
1 point in that. Now let's go
to the Tremors.
To the Tremors index. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to say, personally, I believe it is below Tremors.
It is below Tremors.
It fails the basics.
It does.
Characters are sidelined, disposable, or punished for competence.
They are.
Women, marginalized characters, or outsiders exist to motivate others, and they do.
Mm-hmm.
Power dynamics feel mean-spirited or regressive, and they do.
And they do.
Now, some of that is by design, because they put slavery into this, because it is part of history.
Yes.
Should not be ignored.
No.
But this is very much a below Tremors film. So that's a 0.
It is a 0.
So what did we end up on?
So out of 9 possible points that this movie could have earned
for the stitch count,
it got a 1.
Yeah.
Though
could have been better.
Yes, because I know for a fact if we were doing the stitch count when we did Short Circuit, it would not have even gotten that 1.
I don't know.
Come on, brown face.
Yeah, but I don't think it did age, body type, or disability treated with dignity. It would have gotten that one.
I don't think it did. I honestly don't think it did.
I don't know. Maybe the camera gaze, not relentlessly sexualized or punitive, because I don't remember them focusing on anyone's boobs or butts.
That is true. There is the weird bath scene where she's on the bath and he comes in.
That is true. Yeah, but it doesn't focus on her. She's just in the bath.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
Weird. I don't know. I would not be.
Who knows? Who knows?
We're not going back and
up.
doing that nightmare again.
Yeah, we're not doing it again. which is sad because I used to.
I
I remember nostalgia is the killer of all hope.
Mm-hmm. And I did. I remembered enjoying it, but I was a wee child back then. So, okay. So if you would like to watch Wild Wild West, you can catch it on YouTube, Google Play, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Fandango at Home, and Tubi, maybe. I always say maybe because it's not always a true thing.
Tubi, maybe.
Maybe Tubi.
It's hit or miss, really.
And it's usually a subscription or a $3.99 rental.
So thank you for hanging in there with us for Wild Wild West 1999,
Wiki,
in which we did not party like it was.
No.
This has been Cozy Quilt Cinema. We really loved sharing this with you. That way we didn't feel so alone in the darkness. And for sitting with us while we go through the emotional lows that this movie left behind.
It did.
So to keep that conversation going, if you want to harp on this movie or tell us how badly we botched this, you can find us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Cozy Quilt Cinema, or email us at cozyquiltcinema@gmail.com. You can find Cozy Quilt Cinema where you're listening to us right now.
Wow.
Don't change the channel.
That's creepy.
Just keep listening.
How did you know?
And if you're enjoying the show, subscribe to that show. Leave a rating. I cannot stress this enough. If you don't subscribe or leave a rating, we don't get paid. And we haven't been paid because this is a free podcast. And our cats need to eat. Do you want our cats to suffer?
Those poor babies.
They're dying.
They're melting away. They're just fluff and fluff.
Most of it's fat.
It's most of it.
But they haven't eaten in days.
Okay, minutes.
Seconds. Really.
Really. I could hear them on the other side of the wall.
It's true.
Jump.
So do that. It means a lot to us. Thank you for listening. And we're so sorry that you're going to try to watch this movie.
And and if you like spooky, scary stuff or just weird, supernatural, unweird, like, I don't know, just all the weird, just check us out on Folkloric at Folkloric Podcast. That's our other one that we do every other week. Okay, so next week's movie. Here we go. Here are your clues. I mean, we've had two 1999s. 1999 has been a disappointment.
I know.
I mean,
it's like
in
it's like a bad
row.
wine year.
Yeah,
too,
I'm gonna have to go back and see if we have had other 1999 movies that we were kind of like, about. Because I feel like 99 was it really that bad in movies? But whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay, so here are your clues. The main actor in this movie had to basically like chug down triple shots of espresso, so that way when the character had the shakes, it was believable. There was a stunt woman in this movie who was almost impaled by a cake. And most of the background artwork in this movie was made by actual rehab patients. It was very hard to find clues that didn't give this movie away.
It is also Beth's favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my absolute favorite. I cry every single time, and not for the reasons that you think.
It also has an actress that I have been accused of looking like, which I don't see it, but whatever.
Irving Berlin?
Yes! Holy shit, how'd you know? Okay.
Man, she's got the gams.
I have no outro line like I usually do.
It's a big fucking spider.
Wiki, wild, wild west.
Oh, god damn it. I hate this so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Never drum on a white lady's boobies at a big redneck dance. Got it. Woo, sure.